Call Cool Ray Mechanical for fast service and honest work done right the first time. Cool Ray Mechanical. 20 years of comfort, season after season.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device. The Live 5-for-6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 6, a gator attack in the Savannah River. We'll hear from the victim as your news at 6 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 6.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brad Means. Thanks for joining us as coverage you can count on begins with a triathlon coach bitten by an alligator while he was training in the Savannah River. Jartavius Edmonds spoke with him and a neighbor who helped.
This part of the Savannah River isn't something people just live beside. It's something people swim, train, and recreate in. Now, after one swimmer says an alligator bit him while training here, the question is what people need to know before they get back in. Bruni is a triathlon coach. Sunday morning, he says he was leading athletes through the swim course they'll face during Ironman Augusta. Then, without warning, his training session became a fight to get out of the water.
It hit me hard in the right side and immediately pain in the arm. So my reaction, the first thing through my mind was, I've got to get this to release. So immediately just put my hand in the water next to the arm, felt the snout, just went right up that, and then my pinky and my thumb, I just squeezed the head, squeezed the eye.
Bruni says after the alligator released him, he yelled for the athlete behind him to get to a dock. Once there, he needed help.
Every morning,
Steve Donahue has lived along this part of the river for more than 20 years. He says he saw people rushing to help Bruni, then got a call to 911.
And he was looking for help. And there was 3 guys behind him, and they were bringing this guy in, and he said he'd been bitten by an alligator.
Donahue says he sees an alligator in this area almost every morning. There's no confirmation the alligator he sees is the same one that bit Bruni. And while the attack may be unusual,
you have to be aware of your surroundings. I would say that if you're going to swim a mile in the Savannah River, you have boats, you have walls underneath the river, you have alligators, you have snakes, you have fish, right? It is a living river system.
The alligator was not located after the attack. For now, the Savannah River remains a place where people live around, train in, and recreate in. In North Augusta, Jartavius Edmond, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Our chief meteorologist, Jenna Petracci, joining us now for a check of the weather.
Well, Brad, it's a nice dry Monday. You can see nothing going on here on our satellite and radar. And as we go over to our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at SRP Park, looking over the Savannah River, we do have mostly sunny skies today. As for our almanac, we started out a couple degrees below normal, 68, but then climbed to 5 degrees above average, 97 today. But luckily, it didn't really feel like 97, and that's because we have some drier air in place. So even though we have those low to mid 90s right now, 96 in Augusta, 93 in Aiken, we also have this northwest wind coming in up to around 5 to 8 miles per hour, and that's bringing in the drier air. So dew points are much lower than normal for late August. We're seeing some 50s, a little bit more moisture down towards the south, but that's making the heat index stay about the same as the actual air temperature today. In fact, it's even a couple degrees cooler for that heat index. So 95 is what it's feeling like right now in Augusta, 91 in Aiken, not bad at all. And you can see for the remainder of our evening, we'll be in the 90s still at 7 p.m. Then we're down to 86 at 8 and then upper 70s by 10 o'clock tonight with mostly clear skies. Now, as we look ahead here, we're going to have very limited rain chances tomorrow, only in the southern portion of the CSRA. Then those rain chances really start to climb on Wednesday and Thursday. I'll time that out on your Futurecast coming up. But back to you, Brad.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. We appreciate it. South Carolina Republicans set to choose their U.S. Senate nominee. Augusta Mayor-elect Stephen Kendrick holding his third community engagement event tonight. It's underway now, in fact, at the Julian Smith Casino. Kendrick will once again introduce his transition team, talk about plans and goals for when he takes office. They'll have one more community event if you missed tonight. It's at Warren Road Center on Thursday. Today is EOA Day. That's the Equal Opportunity Authority. They had a big community event at the Depot in Thompson. There were workshops, so much information for veterans, energy assistance, home ownership, to name a few.
That is always a need, especially with the elderly. The biggest area of assistance right now is energy assistance, which is utility, electric and heat assistance, and rental assistance, because with the price of rental utilities going up and income not going up, it's making it difficult for some households to maintain.
The next community meeting is in Scriven County, September 22nd. Augusta commissioners getting set to talk about millage rates. They have a special meeting Wednesday to try to approve proposed rates and talk about the 5-year history of property values in this area. If approved, commissioners meet again next month to adopt the rates. That meeting is at 11 a.m. Wednesday. This weekend, the historic Thankful Baptist Church in Augusta celebrated its 186th anniversary. It's always had deep ties, deep roots in this community, very special place indeed. Georgia's Secretary of State candidate Penny Brown Reynolds was a guest speaker.
I'm obviously the Democratic nominee for Secretary of State, but I'm not here in that capacity. I am here as the Reverend Dr. Penny Brown Reynolds. And so it's my honor to be here. I have a long history with this church that goes back decades.
It was a big day for sure. The church had a morning and afternoon celebration yesterday for the anniversary. Hundreds of United Way volunteers spreading out across the area to give back through Project Serve. You know, we covered their campaign kickoff on Friday morning, and then after that, more than 400 volunteers went out to help nonprofits with anything they needed, including the good folks at Aparo Academy.
So we have been blessed since 2020 to be a United Way partner. And so we do receive funding from United Way on an annual basis that helps support tuition subsidies for children in our school. And so when Project Serve started coming up and Angela sent out the email, we were excited that we were going to be able to take part in it this year.
The United Way says Project Serve is going to keep connecting volunteers with nonprofits to be the helping hands in our community. Next time on Jenny, a huge and very popular event in Aiken is coming up. Before you know it, it'll be here for the 50th year, Aiken's Macon. September 11th and 12th are the dates this year, with a major economic impact, as always. More than 250 vendors, foods, all kinds of crafts, something for everybody.
By the probably the middle of February, we have all the applications in. And they're not just ordinary applications where you fill out your name and address. They have to provide us with photographs of the finished product and the process that they go through to make them. It's fun, but they also make sure that we're not top heavy in one area or another, so they try to spread out the type of things that people have.
Yeah, so much work goes into that juried art show that's a key part of Aiken's Macon. More details about the festival, plus an oyster fest with vendors, live music, and beer, as an Augusta church opens its campus to promote community. That's Tuesday at 12:30 on Jenny. Coming up right here, a major drug pipeline disrupted in South Carolina. We'll hear from the Attorney General next.
News Nation tonight, Chris Cuomo and Bill O'Reilly fashion.
It's time to go racing under the lights.
Just to make the chase will be an incredibly intense battle. This is why you race. The sense of urgency is high. Make the chase, run for a championship.
The NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Coverage begins Friday at 7 on CW6.
At Science Co., our employees are...
And Jenna rejoins us now. The days are getting shorter, slowly but surely. The temps looks like they're slowly but surely dropping.
They are definitely much better than a week ago when we were in the 100s. Now we're back to the 90s. It's pretty nice overall with lower humidity as well. Still mostly dry tomorrow, but then showers and storms start to take over Wednesday through Saturday with those temperatures near to below average. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast when we return.
You are more than your car.
You
can't always choose the weather, but you can choose your weather app. Go with the most accurate and most trusted, the Live Viper 6 mobile app. Download it today. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It is a beautiful day as we start out with our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Network showing those mostly sunny skies here across the CSRA. We're sitting at 96 degrees, definitely hot, but not humid at all. Humidity at 25%, dew points in the mid-50s, and that's making it feel 1 degree cooler than the actual air temperature, which is fantastic for late August. It's all because of this high pressure that's moving in, driving in that northwest wind. We still have a stalled frontal boundary to the south of us, so that's where scattered showers and storms are still impacting the Gulf Coast up towards the East Coast. Now, we will also see some drier and cooler air move in tonight with dew points in the upper 60s. Average low is 70 degrees. We'll be at 68 in Augusta. Now, high temperatures will still be above average tomorrow, though, topping off at around 96 in Augusta and Aiken. But we will see the heat index still only hovering around the 100-degree mark. So nothing like what we had last week with that very oppressive heat. I'm not expecting any heat advisories this week. And you can see the actual temperatures even getting down to around 91 to 92 degrees. So even though those dew points will start to rise, it's kind of counteracted by those lower temperatures. And you can also see some rain will help to keep our temperatures at bay as well. We will have a 60% chance of showers and storms on Thursday. We really need some more rainfall before we finish off the month of August. We're only at around 1.5 inches so far for August in Augusta, and typically we finish off the month with around 4.5 inches of rain. So here's our futurecast showing a dry start to our Tuesday morning. Once we get into the afternoon, our southern counties will have to watch for some isolated storms. Any storms that do develop could become strong to severe with some damaging wind gusts and hail, but most of us will be staying dry, and that's the case into Wednesday morning as well. Then you can see a bit more coverage on Wednesday afternoon as winds shift direction coming out of the south. That's going to increase the moisture, and then we're also going to have an approaching system on Thursday. So Thursday looks to be our best shot at seeing more widespread rain during the afternoon and evening hours, and then as this front gets closer, we are still expecting some pretty high rain chances on Friday and into the start of the weekend. We're keeping an eye on the tropics. We have 2 areas to watch for potential development, but luckily they do look to stay out to sea as fish storms, so not seeing any threats to the United States at this time. And you can see those rain chances will go down to 30% on Sunday, still only a high of 91. Then as the rain chances go down even more next week with some sunshine, the temperatures will heat up again. We'll be up to 96 next Wednesday. And now congratulations to today's umbrella winner. That is Deborah Jeffcoat from Gaston, South Carolina, in Lexington County. Deborah, you can pick up your umbrella here at the station if you don't mind the drive. And if you're interested in winning your own umbrella, sign up on WJBF.com.
All right, thanks a lot, Jenna. Still ahead, a big matchup this week between Westside and Lincoln County. We'll hear from the Patriots players on how they're getting ready in sports.
During the Rooms to Go Kids Labor.
Follow News Channel 6 on Instagram.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Well, week 2 of Football Friday Night brings some enticing matchups featuring one non-region game between 2 winning programs. The Westside Patriots will host the Lincoln County Red Devils at the Battlefield this Friday night. The Patriots, of course, coming off that 49-0 shutout win over Josie, while the Red Devils grabbed their 14-7 win over 6A Grovetown. The 2 teams have only met 4 times, with the Red Devils leading the series 3-1. It'll be a tough test, but the Westside players, they're using this week as motivation.
The physicality. I love the competition. I like that it's a good opponent coming here to my house. I ain't gonna let nobody come to my house, kick their feet up, and eat my chips in my living room. So, you know, it's good to have somebody else come out here and try to beat me.
I feel like a lot of people have been down on us as a team. They're obviously a really hype team. I mean, rightfully so. They went to state. They're a good team. Not saying they're not, but I feel like we have the guys to come out here and win that game. So I think it's just another big stage for us to come out here, prove that, I mean, it's not just a drop-off from last year. We're still a really good team.
Now that kickoff is set for Friday at 7:30 p.m. Now, as a reminder, there are a couple of games that have been moved up to this Thursday. Warren County will travel to Johnson County. That kickoff set for 7 p.m. Then, of course, a non-region matchup between 2 very big rivals in our area. The Swainsboro Tigers will travel to Emmanuel County Institute to take on the Bulldogs. That game time is set for 7:30 p.m. Well, baseball season is wrapping up here for the Augusta Green Jackets as they have their last homestand of their regular season. The Jackets coming off back-to-back wins on the road to close out their series against the Columbia Fireflies. Augusta is now 29-24 in the Carolina League South second half standings. They're taking on the Myrtle Beach Pelicans starting tomorrow night with that first pitch set for 6:35 p.m. Well, let's switch gears to golf here. The Augusta Jags teed off this afternoon at the Tiger Classic in Clemson. This year's field also includes West Georgia, East Tennessee State, UNC Asheville, East Carolina, USC Upstate, North Carolina at Greensboro, and West Carolina. Augusta and Clemson, they're currently a tight race right there at the top of the leaderboard right now, Brad, at 3 over.
Yeah, we'll take that after day one.
Yeah, we'll take it, right? Yeah.
Thanks, Gianna. We'll be right back.
A bank is going to be pretty much one size fits all when it comes to lending, but as a community banker, we can be so much more specialized. Working with an SBA lender can mean lower down payments, quicker turn time, and longer maturities. Ultimately, a community banker understands what works for small businesses. I'm Maria Lawson, and I would love to be your first community banker.
You asked and we delivered. The Gerald Jones GMC Freedom to Drive event is extended due to popular demand. Right now, save $10,000 off MSRP on a new Sierra 2500 or save over $8,000 off MSRP on a new Sierra 1500. Plus, more great deals like $1,000 more for your trade with no pressure to buy. But hurry, this extended event won't last long. Find us just off Route 1 in Graniteville or shop online at GeraldJonesGMC.com. Gerald Jones GMC, where you always get a great deal and a great deal more.
I pay my insurance premium.
The CSRA's favorite news app is now even better with easier access to local news, weather, and live streaming video. Download the News Channel 6 mobile app.
Here is one more look at our 10-day forecast. We're going to be up to 96 degrees again tomorrow, mostly sunny with only a 20% chance of storms in the far southern portion of the CSRA, then higher rain chances with cooler temperatures Wednesday through Saturday.
Well, fans of the game Uno can now use their skills and maybe win a $50,000 prize. Mattel launching an Uno Championship Series. Fans can go to an in-person tournament in October. The company also hosting weekly online tournaments via the Uno mobile app for 4 other spots. And then those 7 finalists will compete at the championship in November.
Wow.
Yeah, no idea how to play Uno, but sounds like good money.
I don't remember. I'd have to refresh myself on that.
Right, cards are involved.
Yeah, we do know that.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. We appreciate it. Back at 11. Have a great night.
Tonight, several breaking